It happens in an instant. One moment, everything is normal. The next, our planet's invisible shield is gone. Satellites start tumbling from orbit, power grids across the globe overload and explode, and every compass on Earth becomes useless. But this chaos is just the beginning. The real question is, how does this planetary catastrophe lead to the oceans literally boiling away into space? The answer is far more terrifying than you think. The first sign that something is fundamentally wrong isn't a sound, but a feeling of being lost. On the bridge of a supertanker, the captain stares in disbelief at the ship's navigation. The digital compass is spinning wildly, a useless circle of flashing numbers. The old magnetic compass, a relic of a bygone era, now points to nothing at all. It just floats, dead in its casing. In every airplane, on every ship, and in the pocket of every hiker, the simple needle that has guided humanity for 1,000 years is now just a piece of metal. This instantaneous technological breakdown is happening everywhere. Our global communications network, a web of hundreds of satellites orbiting the planet, is the next to fall. Without the magnetic field to deflect the storm of charged particles from the sun, these satellites are hit by a wave of energy they were never designed to handle. Their sensitive electronics are fried in an instant. GPS signals vanish. Satellite TV goes black. The internet, so reliant on this orbital backbone, begins to fracture. Within minutes, the world is disconnected. But what is causing this? And why is the chaos on the ground only just getting started? The same invisible force that just crippled our satellites is now reaching the surface. It's called solar wind, a constant stream of plasma and particles flowing from the sun. Our magnetic field, the magnetosphere, has always funneled this dangerous energy safely around us. Now, there is nothing to stop it. As this river of charged particles slams into the upper atmosphere, it creates an electrical current unlike any seen before. This current doesn't stay in the sky. It flows down into the ground, searching for a path of least resistance. It finds one in our power grids. Thousands of miles of transmission lines act as giant antennas, absorbing this immense, uncontrolled energy. Transformers, the hearts of our electrical system, overload and explode in spectacular fireballs. A cascading failure ripples across continents. Within an hour, the world is plunged into darkness. No lights, no refrigeration, no modern life. We are now in a world without power and without global communication. But this human catastrophe is masking a far more ancient system failure. For hundreds of millions of years, life has followed a set of rules, and we just broke the most important one. So, what happens to the creatures that have always relied on this invisible sense? For a migrating goose, the world has just been turned upside down. Its internal compass, a remarkable sense evolved over eons, is gone. The flock, once a perfect V formation, scatters in confusion, flying in random directions. Whales navigating the vast, featureless oceans can no longer find their ancient migration routes. Sea turtles, which return to the very beach they were born on, are now lost in the deep. This isn't just disorientation, it's a death sentence. Animals that rely on the magnetic field for hunting, for finding mates, for survival, are now blind to the world's hidden map. Entire species face extinction within a single generation. The natural world is thrown into a panic. But as terrifying as this is, it's a sideshow. The real threat isn't the chaos on the ground, but the silent, deadly rain that has just begun to fall on every square inch of our planet. With our shield gone, Earth is now completely exposed to the full, unfiltered fury of the cosmos. It's not just the solar wind, it's galactic cosmic rays, high-energy particles flung across the universe by distant supernovas. These are the bullets of the universe, traveling at nearly the speed of light. Our magnetic field used to be our bulletproof vest. Now, we have nothing. This radiation bombards everything. For us on the surface, the dose begins to climb. It's invisible, but its effects are sinister. Our DNA is being shredded. Cancer rates would skyrocket, not in years, but in months. Anyone outside for extended periods is receiving a lethal dose. The very air is becoming ionized, charged. This creates a new terrifying spectacle. The beautiful, gentle auroras once confined to the poles now ignite across the entire planet. The sky, day and night, shimmers with an eerie, permanent green and red glow. It's a beautiful sign of our own doom. We are now living on a radioactive planet where even the air is turning against us. How could things possibly get worse? The answer lies not in what's arriving, but in what is now being taken away. This constant bombardment of high-energy particles does more than just irradiate the surface. It acts like a cosmic sandblaster focused on our atmosphere. Every second, trillions of solar particles slam into the delicate molecules of oxygen and nitrogen in our upper atmosphere. Each collision is like a microscopic game of billiards. The solar particle hits an air molecule, giving it just enough energy to escape Earth's gravity forever. It's a slow, methodical process. One molecule at a time, our atmosphere is being stripped away, bleeding out into the vacuum of space. As the years turn into decades, the air grows thinner. The sky, once a rich blue, fades to a pale, washed-out color. Breathing at high altitudes becomes impossible, and slowly, that line of impossibility creeps down towards sea level. Humanity, or what's left of it, is forced to retreat underground into shielded bunkers, becoming a species of cave dwellers. We are losing our air, the very essence of life on this planet. This slow-motion suffocation is unimaginably horrific, but it's this very process that finally unlocks the terrifying answer to our initial question: how do the oceans boil? On Earth, water boils at 100 degrees Celsius or 212 degrees Fahrenheit. But that's only true at sea-level atmospheric pressure. The blanket of air above us pushes down on the oceans, making it harder for water molecules to escape as steam. If you go to a high mountain where the air pressure is lower, water boils at a lower temperature. Now, apply that logic to a planet that is losing its atmosphere. As our air is stripped away over the centuries, the pressure at the surface drops dramatically. It drops so low that the sun's warmth is all that's needed to make the oceans churn. Water begins to boil not at 100 degrees, but at 30 degrees, then 20, then at the average temperature of a sunny afternoon. The oceans, the cradle of life, begin to violently bubble away, turning into a thick planetary fog of water vapor. This vapor is then also relentlessly stripped away by the solar wind. Earth's water is systematically ejected into space until there is nothing left but a dry, barren rock. What was once a vibrant blue marble becomes a desolate, red-hued world, sterilized by radiation and scoured by cosmic winds. A planet almost identical to our neighbor, Mars. We would become a ghost planet, a testament to the fragile, invisible shield that once made everything we know possible. The magnetic field isn't just a curiosity, it's the silent beating heart of our world. And without it, the world doesn't just die, it vanishes.